A few days after being told about the divorce, my oldest son contacted me and said that we were all going to have a family meeting regarding everything, minus my husband. Family was now taking on a different meaning. I told myself while driving to my two older boys' home that I was going to be strong. I wasn't going to let bilingual mom come out and speak in her crying language. I can do this, I told myself. My three sons and my son's girlfriend, who I love as my own, gathered in their living room and we started discussing the divorce. They did their best to tell me everything was going to be okay. Words every person going through a divorce hears, but isn't reassured by. Then they started giving me specifics about the divorce. They talked about spousal support, their dad retiring, and how that would affect me. They brought up the need for me to get employment that provided health insurance since I would be losing my health plan under their dad. I suddenly realized that not only had my husband told my boys he was divorcing me, he had talked to them about details. Details I didn't even know, like him retiring. He had assured them he would do the right thing and made sure he did his best to prepare them in order to control any emotions they might have towards him about what he was doing. He had done everything he could to make the process as easy on himself as he could, even at the expense of our children's emotions. My sorrow for my boys having to endure this broke my heart. There is something that happens inside you when you start seeing the person you chose to be your life partner as a coward and a conniver. I didn't want to see him, hear his voice, or sense he was anywhere near me, and I hated feeling this way. My heart was burning against the man that I had made three of the most important human beings in my life with. I would come to learn that my boys were not the only ones that he had told about the divorce before talking to me. He had spoken to multiple people, including some of our neighbors. He had even discussed rehoming some of my animals with neighbors before I knew anything about the divorce. What in the world? This was so hard for me to wrap my head around and felt very cruel. He had planned this out for some time, and every move he made was for himself. I felt ashamed and embarrassed. It felt like everyone was in on the joke but me.